So we get caught in this psychocybernetic loop.
Can you define psychocybernetics?
Yeah, so it's this idea that what you believe will dictate your thoughts on a moment-by-moment basis. So if you believe that, money's hard to make, as a simple example, you're not going to have ideas or thoughts around money that would be lending to making it easily, right? And so what you believe dictates what you think. You can't get like an apple from an orange tree. And what you think you then experience is an emotion, right? And then that emotion then dictates what actions you do or do not take. And they're always aligned, right? Your beliefs dictate your thoughts, dictate your emotions, dictate your actions, which produce your results. And your results, when you look at them, then just reinforce the original belief. And so we're caught in that construct, right? But the linchpin is the belief system. So the question is, how do I actually change what I believe? If my beliefs really do dictate my destiny, right? Which is, I'm not the only person suggesting that. The question becomes, how do I change my beliefs? And in that is an inherent challenge, because by definition, beliefs are that which are true, right, for us. And so then the question is, how do we break out of this? To understand that there were only two states of emotional beingness that I could be in at any given point in time. I would either be in a powerful state of being, states like joy, curiosity, excitement, calm, peace, passion, or I would be in a primal state of being, boredom, anger, frustration, some form of fear. I'm always in one of those two states, and I'm never in two states at one time. Through my journey, what I realized was the only cause of that switch to be flipped was my own thinking, the meaning that I was giving the experience. And so that meant that all of my personal suffering was within my own control. I needed to start controlling the meaning I was giving the experiences of life. What we consistently saw was that the quality of the thinking that was causing people to move into a primal state, which was really the only problem. Because when you're in a powerful state, you're connected to creativity, to inspiration, to vitality, to energy. Health automatically operates. Everything that we want is in a powerful state of being. When you're in a primal state, you don't have access to any of that. And I'm not saying you don't have to take consistent action and work your ass off to create success, but you do it from a powerful state. It's very hard to do it from a primal state. And what we were seeing consistently was that the quality of thinking that was causing people to move into a primal state, when we really looked at it and worked with them around it, was that 100% of the time it was untrue. The only cause,
the thing they were thinking
was untrue.
I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough.
I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. There's not enough time. I read something recently, and the numbers always change. Like 88% of what's going on in any given moment, you're not paying attention to. Like, I'm not paying attention to your wrist right now. That which we tend to pay attention to is aligned with what we believe, and so that's all we get. So if you want, more happiness, if you want more wealth, if you want deeper relationships, if you want to have more joy, you want to have more fun, you want to, achieve your full potential and really make an impact in the world, then what's really important is to get clear on what that could look like for you and to make sure that what you believe is congruent with that outcome. Because if what you believe is not congruent with that outcome, just neurophysiologically, you're working against yourself, right?
Yeah, talk to me about the power of clarity. You're one of the few people that I hear talk about this, and I think it's so fucking important.
Most people know what they don't want, but they don't know what they do want. If you say to somebody, what do you want? They'll spend maybe 10 seconds sifting around and then start telling you exactly all the stuff that they don't. And so it's important to have clarity on what you want to create, to have clarity on the type of partner you want to have in your life, to have clarity on the things that you want to learn. Because I believe that clarity is intimately connected to imagination. So as we're getting clear on something, we're beginning to see what that thing is, right? That we're getting more clarity on. And we now know, there was a study done in 2009 at Harvard where they brought in piano players to play the piano, and they studied what parts of their brains lit up, and then they just had them imagine playing the piano and the same parts of the brains lit up. And there's study after study after study that shows that the brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So as you're getting clear around something, you're actually building neural networks as if that image or that experience had already occurred. I mean, this is really powerful because so often people don't know how to achieve something. And because they don't know how, they don't spend a lot of time getting additional clarity. They don't spend time imagining what the future would look like with that thing or being that thing or creating that thing, because they get stuck on the how. And What I would suggest is that if you're willing to invest time in getting clear around something or imagining, you build neural networks that represent the memory of an experience that has not happened yet. That's fucking powerful. I mean, we're talking about like next level mental technology, because if you had experienced the thing already, would you know how to do it? So what I would suggest is that it's that change in the neural networks of your brain that you can achieve through clarity, which is part of this kind of imagination category. I mean, Dispenza talks about it with meditation and visualization. Other great teachers talk about it in this way. You're able to start building neural networks of experience that have not happened yet that I believe then give you access to the thoughts, the ideas, the perceptions, and if you want to talk about like creating the synchronicities that actually close the gap between that future and the present moment. Don't let not knowing how prevent you from spending time getting additional clarity or imagining, because that's actually what's required to happen in order for you to know how.